Hi everybody, this is Avalon from Crafts Direct, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make this Tidings of Comfort sign. This project has become one of my favorites this Christmas. It is just so simple, easy to do, and I just think it is beyond adorable. It would be great to hang on a front door or as just a little accent piece on your wall. Follow along and I will show you step by step how you can make this sign. You will first grab a paper cutter and your 12 by 12 poinsettia paper, and you are going to cut a strip that's going to be 1/2 inch wide. You're going to cut all the way down the sheet of paper, and then with that strip of paper we're going to be covering the outside frame of the sign. And you can either cut off the excess paper with the scissors, or you can use your paper cutter to cut it to 6 inches long. The other half you will then use on the other side of the frame. Next, you will cut 2 1/2-inch strips of paper, and they're each going to be 12 inches long. These will go on the long edges of the sign. Take your strips of paper and lay them out on the frame of the sign. Once it all looks as you like, you will then take Mod Podge and brush it onto the outside frame of the sign, and then you will adhere the pieces of paper. I started with the 2 longer sides and added strips of paper there. And then the last 2 that I did were the shorter sides on each end. Set your sign to the side for now, and you are going to grab your vinyl and craft scraper. To start, you are going to apply pressure to the top of the vinyl by using the craft scraper. Once you've done that, you will pull up the top layer on the vinyl. You want to make sure that you are pulling up the vinyl with it. If it's not coming up, you'll have to go back and apply more pressure. And then you will place the vinyl in the center of the sign. You want to make sure that it is centered well on the sign. And once it looks good, you will then press down and then use that craft scraper again to apply pressure to the top of the vinyl. You will then slowly peel up the paper, and if you notice that the vinyl isn't sticking to the sign, you can set the paper back down and apply more pressure to the top of the vinyl. Next, you are going to paint the wood beads red. You want to make sure that you cover all sides of the wood bead, so you will have to spin it around to make sure you cover it all in paint. If you are a messy painter, you may want to do this first as to not get any on the paper that is on the front of the sign. But you just want to make sure that you cover all of the wood beads and paint the top and the bottom and all sides of them as well. Next, you are going to take your sanding block and you are going to sand the edges of the wood frame on the sign. You just want to take off any excess paper that might be on there. Make sure you go around each side of the frame just so that the paper fits perfectly around the frame of the sign. Once you finish sanding the edges of the sign, you will then start sanding the wood beads on the handle. You just want them to look distressed. And then once the wood beads look as you want, your sign is then ready to be hung up and displayed. Thank you you so much for watching this video. You can shop all the products needed to make this project at craftsdirect.com/projects.